Hey everyone, welcome to Stickman series, season 1, episode 4. We have a full decade ahead of us. We're talking about new resolution, we're talking about everything that needs to be done in new resolution, and we can see if we can get it, learn, or do something about it. So, guys, stick around. We want to find out Stickman's version of new resolution and what happens. Let's get it going. So, first resolution, or first thing that everybody wants to do in resolution is same basic thing. Let's see what is that. First thing is save money, eat better, gym, and no debt. Typical and easy to achieve, correct? But think about all of these things. What do you think about? Oh, it's like basic common sense, right? Everybody can do it. Everybody can save money. We go out of debt. Everybody can exercise better. Everybody can improve their life quickly, right? Everybody think that is the game. But if you guys already don't know, Stickman is optimistic. He's always very optimistic about what is going to be rather than what it is. So let's find out what happens once Stickman has a resolution in his mind for 2026. Let's see what the reality happens with him. The classics. Same list Canada has been personally destroying since 1867. And people think it's a matter of discipline, right? Wrong. Discipline nothing to do with it. You can be the most disciplined person in the world, maybe the best of the best of the best. It still wouldn't matter because not about discipline. It's about, did you guessed it? It's about the math, cold-hearted math that you cannot beat. You might be thinking, what? How is it related to math? Let's find out and see. First realization. Canada doesn't punch you in the face financially. It whispers. Now what does this mean? This means that things happen to you gradually in a way that you will never see it coming. This means like a punch, like we do in a boxing, right? When a fighter comes to you with full punch and you know it's coming to you, right? You already are aware of that and you can bounce or you can save yourself, right? But what happens if they just come to you, whisper something to your ears, and then you're like done? Like what happened, right? Then you won't see that coming. What does this mean in terms of Stickman case, or specifically any newcomer in Canada is trying to come in? Let's see. Motivation. New resolution, death. Not because people are lazy, it's fighting math, undefeated. So, we all think motivation is the key in your resolution. We think if we're just motivated enough, if we just encouraged enough, if we just can survive that much enough, we can do it. But that is where all the new resolution goes to die. Means, doesn't matter how motivated you are, doesn't matter how much you think you can do it, but you're dealing and competing with cold hard math that is undefeated. That means no amount of motivation, no amount of effort that you might do is ever going to ever be enough to beat the math because you're already starting at the lowest point and this one is already at top. So it's like competing with someone at a very high level, let's say a professional, and you are amateur. You already lost before going into the fight, right? You already know you already lost before getting into the fight. That's how that is. This is Canada math. This is your motivation. So imagine who is going to win, right? This one is going to beat this down completely until they realize who is the big dog. And this guy is always the big dog. Now, don't run away. Don't get demotivated again. Don't the irony of this thing. But let's see what he means by that. In Canada, 70 to 80% of income already are booked before you wake up. So it doesn't care about your motivation. What does this mean? This means the basic things that you need, money is already taken out of it. What are the basic things that we need to survive? In Stickman case, these are things we need to survive, just to exist. Winter editing the chart, aka your life. Before we go to the existence that we need, we also need to talk about our special thing in Canada that happens, especially if you're in Ontario or if you guys are in Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Winnipeg, all these cold countries that we talk about. The one thing that happens all time along after New Year's resolution is winter. The cold heart winter. It doesn't care about your motivation, doesn't care about your emotion, doesn't care about anything. It's just is. It's Mother Nature, right? It's there and it's always going to be again. Mother Nature with harsh climate, this is your motivation, encouragement, hyped up. Going to beat again to this. What does this mean? If you are in Canada, you must already know that once winter happens, all the motivation goes right out the window. This means at 4 p.m. it becomes dark, it's become cold, and you start to think and start making excuses. So, for example, if you have motivation of getting into good shape, I will go to the gym tomorrow, or I will work out tomorrow. If you want to become healthy, I will cook good food tomorrow. I will just order Uber Eats, Skip, or whatever you're using, right? What happened? You had motivation, you had all the good intention, you had all the hyped up. What did this do? Mother Nature beat you down, right? Happens to all of us. It happens to me. It happens to everybody. There's no shame. There's nothing about that. It's just the goal of this is to be self aware so that you know that it's going to happen, to know your patterns, so you can now build your habits or build your goals, specifically your resolution, according to your habits, not according to possibilities or according to a dream that you saw someone have it or you saw a YouTube video and got excited about it, like motivation videos. Now, it's realizing what your potential are, what your outcomes, limitations are, and then work around it. Right? Let's see what it means for Stickman. Second realization. Canada doesn't drain you loudly. It drains you gently, like a subscription you can't cancel, aka your existence. What does this mean? This means Canada doesn't give you all the shock at once because you won't be able to survive it, obviously. It gives you a shock in terms of everything getting due. For example, your rent, groceries, phone plan, utility, and just basic living. So that's how Canada gets you in different ways. It doesn't drain you normally, it drains you swiftly. Like a subscription you cannot cancel, aka you cannot stop living, right? That's how Canada gets you. Not like a punch or a fighter that comes in with all force and knocks you out. Just like someone comes to your ear, says something, and you're like done. Like how Medusa used to do, right? Not powerful, not strong, but when she said something to people's ear or people looked at her eyes, done, right? Game over. That's how Canada does it to you. And specifically to Stickman, my man. Third realization. It's not about discipline, it's awareness. Canada rewards this. What does this mean? This means, as we talked about before, it's about not shame, not judgment, not anything worst or bad you think in your head. It's about realization. So Canada rewards this in terms of if you know what system you have, what system you're coming to beat it, or where you are at, you can be aware of it and then play your games accordingly. For example, if you want to go and play chess, you learn the chess, you will learn specifically the rules of chess, right? You will not just rush to it. Same thing in Canada. If you want to come in here, you need to learn the rules of Canada, learn their banking finance system, learning what their finances look like, learning how to survive. So then you can beat it in its game, or at least not get beaten down completely by this large thing, and you are just this. The classic Goliath versus David battle, right? We all have heard it, seen it, we know it, but Canada is that Goliath, and you are this David. And so, if you want to even have a chance to beat it, or at least not get beaten completely, you need to focus on knowing the system, being self aware of your own systems, of your own habits, of your own patterns, so then you can work accordingly to that. Let's see what else Sigmund does. So, now once he has realized all of this, he had made a new list, a list of modified resolution for 2026. Let's see what they are. First, track 1 month first versus 1 year. What does this mean? People will hyped up and get, I'm going to save a lot of money. I'm going to do all these habits. I'm going to do everything in this 1 year to change my life, right? How much time we have heard this in motivation speak. But he's saying track first month expense. Not 1 year, not 1 week, not even 2 months, first month, because then you will know what the starting point is before you go ahead and do it. Second point, budget for fees, not prices. What does this mean? You think budgeting is just for pricing, right? Oh, this is going to happen, this price is going to make up this price. No, it's about the fees you're going to get charged. For example, if you're a newcomer to Canada and you might not know, or you might have not remembered this, banking in Canada, they charges you fees in an account just to keep your money. Now there might be some, or there might be a few of them that will not charge you this fees, but there is still a factor you need to consider, right? Fees, not the pricing. Rent, fixed, right? All these things you need to consider. That's what we're talking about. Budget based on fees, not prices. Third, fixed cost, controllable. This is very crucial, I believe, because fixed costs are in your hands. What are the fixed costs? Rent, groceries, utilities, transit, anything we talked about before. All of these are in your control at some point or the other, right? Like you can't control maybe that much amount of rent because you have to stay where you have to stay based on your lifestyle or based on the surrounding that you are, but you can control the rest of the environment in that way. So try to control that very important aspect. That is completely on you, and you can try to change or try to save in that department as much as possible so you don't directly face hardship when you come here. Fourth, build credit slowly. What does this mean? This means when you're new to Canada, don't just rush to open credit cards or get enticed by people in different departments, even in the grocery store, selling you cards. Oh, you can apply for this card, apply for this card. Why? Because when you're a newcomer, you have zero credit. So when you apply too many cards, lenders will get worried. Like, why is he applying so many cards? He might ready to run because the newcomer to Canada, he doesn't have any history. How can we believe him? Then what happens? You get declining. Now you think, declining, okay, what does that matter, right? No, it matters because now there's a record of it getting declined. So future lenders are going to look at it, going to charge you higher interest, going to not give you high credit limit, going to not give you the purse required to build your credit. So it's talking about building credit slowly, aka apply for one or two cards only, very important, if you can pay them all every month. If you can't pay that amount every month, not apply for any cards. Just go normally, or another option is apply for a secured credit card through a banking institution. What does that mean? That means you go to your bank, you tell them, I'm a newcomer, don't have much credit history, but I want to increase my credit history. So you tell them, I want to get a secured credit card. So you put an amount every month, let's say $500, they give you a credit card, plastic thing. That is your limit. Because when you put the money in, whatever you spend, that will be used. And everyone will do that continuously. Now I know it might seem headache, right? Are we paying our own money to get credit? Or you can easily use debit card, right? That's not the problem. Debit doesn't build credit. Credit card is the only way for newcomers to build credit. So it's will built in a way, in a safe way, because you already know how much money you have, because you already put the money upfront. It's already covered. And if it's lower, $200, it doesn't matter. As long as you start building that first step and gradually increase your step. So when bank sees it after really 1 year, oh, you're very responsible, you're doing it, then it might give you unsecured credit card, maybe even $1,000. Then don't mess that up. Yeah, okay, do not mess. Okay, done all the good work and just destroy it next time. No, build it slowly, build it gradually. So when you have a good credit, so in Canada we have Equifax, TransUnion. Those guys, if you have a good credit of around 800, 900 points out of 1,000 or 950, now you're in excellent range. That means you can apply for better credit cards. More importantly, apply for better loans if you're trying to go get a mortgage or something else. Loans, for personal loans, you can do that with your credit history being good. That happens only when you start slow and build to that. That's an important realization. Fifth, one habit at a time. Choose most crucial to you, not everybody else. Again, important, right? We have all the resolution we keep on our head. Do this, do that, right? But you need to choose what is important to you, not to me, not to everybody else around your surrounding, not even to your family, but to you, because you are the one that is going to do it. And if you choose something that is not important to you, it's just going to be wasteful and you give up easily, right? Same people say, if you do something new for yourself, not for anybody else, because that will allow you to not give up easily. That's the whole idea about this. Choose some resolution that is really important to you and then fix to that. And most importantly, choose only one resolution. Do not go around going, I need 5 resolutions. No, you need one, you need obsession about a particular resolution, you need to go for it all in completely with rational mind, logical thinking, strategy, and cold heart math, not just hopes and vibes. That is dreams. Canada crushes dream more bad than anyone else. So go with that mindset. Have one obsession of resolution that you want to do for yourself, not anybody else again, and then you can achieve success that you want or build at least towards it. So guys, this was our video. Stickman versus Canada, New Resolution 2026. He's giving us good tips and hopes because now he's realizing what happens when you don't follow these tips and hopes. So I hope you guys like the video. Subscribe to the channel. We also have channels of TikTok, Threads, X. If you like the content here, you can follow us over there. And I hope to see you guys all next episode. And I hope you guys get a good idea or at least some good knowledge from this video that you can help out to yourself or to somebody else. Happy New Year, guys. And may your 2026 be the best year you have so far in your life. Thank you.